I don't do jokes. I don't know any. But I do know Harvey Hoskins. And my relationship with Harvey goes back, probably 25 plus years. And I've known Harvey as not only a friend and a confidant, but also I've been one of his clients for a long time, maybe one of his first. And what I've learned about Harvey is that he is the most humble, accommodating, honest person that I have ever met. Amen. He really, and I used to think that I worked hard. Harvey works harder than me. And of course, that's something that we've been working on as he does his transition from an active practice to one of more of a management. Harvey, myself, and Roland Jones, I guess we've been meeting on a regular basis for probably over 20 years. And there are a lot of things that have happened in Nashville that many people take credit for, but Harvey was there on the scene when it happened. The merger of the hospitals, Harvey was there. The stadium project, Harvey was there. Harvey has been meeting and formulating good things about this city in a very quiet manner. And I think a lot of people take things for granted because we overlook the goodness of people, and a lot of times we just look for the faults. He's a good man, a good person. And you really learn about a person, I guess, when you travel with them. Harvey and I traveled just recently to Africa together, to West Africa. And we were there on a business mission, and thanks to Gina and Chris and the fine trip that we were able to make that was well organized and well planned. But, you know, this kind of started with an idea. I would go over to Harvey's office and say, well, Harvey, does anybody here speak English other than you? I mean, you truly have an international accounting firm without realizing it. And I said, that's really a credit. That's a credit to you, and it's a credit to the community that you're able to assemble different people of different cultures, and they work together for the common good. That's you know, he didn't really, and I don't think Harvey really realized it just happened. So I said, Harvey, why don't we put together Hoskins International? And so we did. And so Harvey's business, while it's big in Nashville and big in Chattanooga, Harvey's practice is going to be big globally. And hopefully he'll be able to spread his good name, his good works, and all that he does around the world. The world needs to know about a Harvey Hoskins. Yeah. He's the best. He's some of the best that we have to export. And so I'm honored, truly honored, for him to call me his friend, and for us to have gone through some things together. Now, there's one thing that I'm going to end with this. I'm not going to take my 3 minutes. I'm just going to take a little more time. Harvey and I were fortunate enough through Gina's initiative to be chosen to be chiefs in Africa. Now, I don't know if you really understand the significance of chiefdom on our continent, but it is very significant. And Harvey and I went through a 4-hour stooling ceremony, and we are chiefs of the same tribe. And we have names that are truly significant. Now, my name is Nana Kwaku Ansu I, and Harvey will tell you his name when he comes. Or Gina may have to tell us. But the significance of this was, what to me was this, that as we went through that ceremony, they pour libations to every chief that has gone on before us. That may take 30 minutes. From the history of time, and they're pouring and honoring our forefathers. And they're pouring and honoring our forefathers. And they got to the end of that list, and they called my name, and they called Harvey's name out. And they said, you are forever connected to us. Amen. And you are forever protected by us. And we vowed to them that we would do all that we could to make sure that they were successful in their endeavors. That's the Harvey I know. That's the one you may not know. But it's the Harvey that we're going to take around the world. Congratulations, Harvey High School.
Thank you very much, Mr. Manson. Now we will have Miss Leah McKissick.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to start off by saying ditto to everything that my fabulous, good-looking lawyer, Richard Manson, said, because I have so many reflections that I would like to share with you this evening. And I'm just so happy that I'm in the city, because most of my time now is spent on the East Coast in New York, where my daughters are running our business that's now going on 107 years old. However, years ago, I'll never forget, I can't remember if it was a letter or a call that I received from either Richard, Harvey, Roland, Richard Lewis. I don't remember which one it was, but it was back in the 80s, and it was during the time that these wonderful men, black men that is, had an organization called the Business Exchange. And so they invited me as a female owner of a company to join them. And I was the only female with all of these great men. And I mean, the only little criticism I had was the fact that I had to get up and be at a meeting at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I used to tell them all the time, now look guys, you know, you all can get up, hop in the shower, you look good, put on your suits and come on into this meeting, but I got to do just a little bit more. And it takes me a little longer. Can we ever get a little later time for this meeting? And they said no. So I said, okay. But they called me their queen. And I cannot tell you how much fun we had in those meetings. Sometimes they got real hot. Sometimes they were really, but it's all about business. And it was all about how we could help the black community. And I am so proud to be standing up here. I am totally honored when sweet little Kim called me and she said, Ms. McKissick, would you do some reflections? I said, absolutely. I said, because I am so proud of Harvey. I am standing here today, still in business because of Harvey. I mean, it's just unbelievable what a wonderful person that he is. And I know that all of you who are in this room feel the same way that I feel. Because Harvey is a dedicated person. He has a wonderful vision as a leader. And I am so happy to know that now he is spreading out global, because that's what it's all about. And the one thing I want to leave with you this evening is the fact that We all need to really support our black businesses, because if we don't support them, who is? And it's a wonderful thing. It's a testament to Harvey Hoskins and his company as to how he is here celebrating this 25 years of being in business. And it won't be long before you'll know it's 50. And the best thing he has done is to have his sweet little pretty wife, as well as his wonderful children, Kendall and Kim, also carrying on and will carry on the legacy. Because when you work hard as a parent, you really want your children to carry this thing on. And so many black businesses today, you know, they peter on out. And you just have to keep on pushing. And, you know, I think my daughter, the daughter who's running our company that's going to be 107 this year, she has 2 teenage daughters, and she keeps telling them what you can inherit. I said, it's not about inheriting. It's about, are you going to be able to run the business? You have to get in it and understand it and know what to do. So to Harvey Hoskins, to Arthurine, to Kendall, Kim, and all of his fabulous staff, global staff, as you say. I mean, I'm sitting here listening, I'm hitting somebody, where is he from? And they're saying Ethiopia. I said, oh, it's just unbelievably wonderful. And I just know that whether I'm here to see it or not, 100 years from now, you all will still be going on because you have children. So keep on embedding in them. My husband once said to my daughters, he said, you can go anywhere in the world you want to go for college, but I'm only paying for one. And that's the one that he went to, which was Howard University. So they all went to Howard University. They all ended up in the business. Our oldest daughter had an opportunity to work with her father. The twins probably worked 1 year, and they said, Daddy, we don't like your rules. So they left when they went to college and went on to, you know, to work in an architectural engineering company in D.C. However, they are doing very well today. And I just cannot tell you how happy I am to be standing here and congratulating Harvey Hoskins, Arthurine, and all of this wonderful staff. I love Harvey to death. And not only that, I get a chance to have lunch with him at least once a year when he gets all my business straight. Congratulations, Harvey, and keep on keeping on. We love you.
Thank you very much for those kind words, Ms. McKissick. We had another reflection by Walt Ruffin, which was the first partner when the business first got started, but unfortunately he could not be here because he's out of town, but he sent his praises for the company and wanted to congratulate the 25 years that you guys started together. So with that being said, I have one more reflection, and that is from David Heron.
Thank you so much. Let me just start out. Harvey, I just want to congratulate you, Arthurine, and your whole staff. You have done just an excellent job, and I know I'm just repeating what others have said, but that's just a fact. And we are very, very proud of you. I guess I've known Harvey about 38 years, almost 40 years. So I guess I can safely say that I kind of know where some of the skeletons are. but the only thing about that is, you know, when you know where someone else's skeletons are, they usually know where yours are. All right, so we're gonna stop it right there, Harvey. But one of the things that Harvey, I heard somebody mention that Harvey is a very humble individual. And that is just so true. Now, Harvey and I, like I say, we go back way, way back. July, I believe was it July of 1973, Harvey started with Internal Revenue Service. September 1973, I started with Internal Revenue Service. Harvey worked hard, I worked hard. Harvey became a manager, and he left the manager position and moved on to staff assistant. I worked hard. I took over the manager's job that Harvey had. And then Harvey decided that he had these big visions. So Harvey decided that he would leave IRS and start his own business. Well, I left my manager position, I took over the staff assistant position that Harvey had. So Harvey has been a real mentor, and and each time I moved in these positions, I got a raise in income. So Harvey has been just a great mentor for me. But even more than that, I remember when I got married in June 12th,